Okay, now we're going to be ordering fractions. So there's different types of way by ordering fractions, which is by finding the common denominator of the fraction. Sorry, just gonna write that out. Finding common denominator. So we're gonna start with that one first because let's take it easily. Just gonna do an example. So let's start with the first question. 11 twelfths, 1/3, a half, sixth. Okay, we're gonna find the combinator for all of them. So 4, 10, 12, 3, 2, and 6. So if you like, you have to use common sense with this one, but like, just go into your timetables and you'll find 60 and 4. 10 times 6 is 60, so 60 would be a common denominator. 12 times 5 will be 60 as well. 3 times 20 is 60. 2 times 2 times 30 is 60, and 10 times 6 is 60. So all of the common denominators is 60. Okay, let's put down their common denominators. 60. If you know how to multiply fractions and add fractions, you would know. So whatever you do to the bottom denominator, you do to the numerator. And it's how you get 60. So 15 times 4 equals 60. Same to the others apply. Okay, we're just going to start ordering them. So 1/6 is first, 1/3 is next, a half, a quarter, no, 3/4, and 9/10, and lastly 11/12. Okay, we're gonna bring it back to basics. This is how we figure out like how to order the fractions and see which is the biggest. It's a bit time consumer. It takes longer, but however, it does work, and that's what we're aiming at. But also manage your time, guys. Manage your time. Okay, we're just gonna start with a question straight away. Okay, try and draw the lines as accurate as possible. The more accurate the lines are, the more accurate your fraction pieces will be. Like, you'll see what I mean when I mean fraction pieces. Like, we did this back when we were in primary school. It really does work. Really highly recommend it. If you're struggling with fractions, these are the best ways to, I guess, get better at it. Okay, now we're going to start by breaking them into pieces. So since we're dealing with an eighth column, we're going to break the first line into pieces of eighths. Eight. Okay, and we're just going to shade in 3 pieces because they said 3/8. And that's what you're going to be basically doing for I'll do the next one and then I'll fast forward it. So a half, and then next one you break that down to 6 pieces. It's like breaking up pieces like in primary school. Sorry, I put the red there, meant to be black. Sorry, I just want the order to be straight. Okay, I'm just gonna fast forward this because I guess you guys get the concept. Okay, that's the table done, and you can see how it's their sizes are basically in variety depending on their pieces. Okay, let's put them in order. Okay, we're gonna lay down 1/6 because that's the smallest out of everything. Then after that is 3/10, which is a second. And then we're gonna lay down a third. And then 3/8 is next. Just look at the table and see and compare the sizes. That's what it's basically about. That's what ordering fractions is about, or any type of number, comparing the size. And then next is a half, and then 4/5. And literally, your table is complete, and you got everything in order. It's just, I don't know, this type of, it really does bring me back to nostalgia. Okay, let's move on to the last topic of this today, which is inequality. Well, the inequality signs. Okay, let's literally jump in. So 0.32 bigger than 0.8985. So how would figure that out is apply your rule of turn into a percentage by timesing it by 100, and you'll see if it's true, which in this case 98 is bigger than 32%, so it's definitely false. Okay, we'll do a next question. Maybe that could be our last question. Minus 0.7 is bigger, is not, it's smaller than minus 0.12. Is that true? Okay, we're gonna apply it again. So 100 times minus 17, and the same goes to this one. And think about the start of the lesson. We were talking about the number line, how the negative integers, as you go down, they're less big than the ones that are positive. They're close to the positive. So therefore, minus 0.12 is bigger because it's more closer to the positive integers. So it's true. Okay, that's all we're going to do for today. We're going to look at more inequality signs because I didn't show you all the signs. Those were just two examples. We're going to move on to N2 in the spec. I know this video is a bit more simplistic, but knowing the more simple problems will get you into an easier road to the more complex ones. Feel free to screenshot this because this will definitely help you guide through equality and their signs. I don't really need to read through it. Okay, this is what we're gonna go through next week. We're gonna go through them all in one video because that would be quite insane. You can screenshot them if you would like to. I'm getting most of my worksheets and the questions and the guided learning from GCSE Maths worksheet. That's a really good website where you can be able to, I guess, get a handle of the questions. But I highly recommend you to use exam questions. I mean, exam papers. Okay. Okay, so that is it for today. See you guys next week.